This is Shadow of Mordor. Technically, it's Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor. So, important brand distinctions, everybody. So I'm just playing through the game. This is the second hour of play. You know, and we're talking about the same stuff that I usually talk about in video games. You know, cultural portrayals of certain people, of types of people. We talked a little bit about fridging in the last episode, or last hour. And in this hour, I'm going to I want to delve a little bit more into the game itself, and I want to learn how to actually play. Because right now, I'm pretty much just talking and like wandering around in circles, fighting orcs. Which, you know, maybe that is the game. Maybe that's what the game is about. But you know what? We're gonna find out. Though I am interested in continuing the discussion about what does it mean to create a thing? And look, let's use a personal example. So assuming, and I'm not saying that, you know, it's going to be big in the same way that, you know, that Tolkien's stuff is, but in 100 years, who's gonna own Swansong, right? Who's gonna own Mirror Shades? And that's even more complicated because it's a group of people. Like, are the children of people that make video games, like indie video games? Because obviously we know that this game, nobody who made this game owns jack shit, except the people who paid for it. But what about indie games and role-playing games and like all that kind of stuff, like creator-owned stuff? Who's responsible for that in 100 years or 500 years? So, I don't know. I love the idea of not biological legacy, but of creative legacy. Of like, when I make a thing and I die and I'm gone from the world, who will control that thing? Like, who's gonna be responsible for it? What if somebody? I mean, for me, the only thing of any significance that I've ever made is Dungeon World, right? And we made the license of that stuff, that the text of that game, we made it Creative Commons. So you own it in the same way that another game company owns it, and Bill Gates owns it, and Christopher Tolkien owns it, you know? Like, we licensed it in such a way that people can make things out of that. So, yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of interesting. Copyright is this incredibly limited thing that only tells you who can make money off of a thing. And honestly, like, I think that art belongs in some fashion or another to everyone, but that commerce requires that art belong to a specific person, that we say, you know, who gets paid for this. And like, honestly, I don't know if I feel comfortable letting, like, lawyers decide who owns art. Are you? Like, I mean, it's the same thing how, because of the way taxes work, and I found this incredibly interesting, but the IRS has the only legal power to determine what's a religion and what isn't, which I think is just bananas, right? Like, when it came down to whether or not Scientology was a religion, oh yeah, look at that guy's hat. These orcs have badass hats. What is that the jaw from? Beautiful. Yeah, so, you know, I mean, it's the thing about capitalism, man. Like, it determines only who gets paid, not what's real. And to answer a question earlier on, Creative Commons, yes, like, it allows people to make, as long as it's attributed, as long as people give credit, anyone can make a Dungeon World game using the text that we provided. So, yeah. Yeah, Dr. Evil 2 points out, yeah, I saw that HBO documentary. That's what got me thinking about that. There's a documentary about Scientology called Going Clear or something like that. And it's all about Scientology and all of that, the background, that stuff that I was just talking about, like how they got religious status and all of that. Fascinating stuff. Terrifying in its own way. But, yeah, totally fascinating. And you know, such is it with games, and you know, we don't have philosophers deciding these things. We don't have theologians deciding what's a religion. We have the IRS. We have copyright lawyers deciding who owns art. It's strange. It's very, very strange. Oh yeah, I'm gonna ace these guys one at a time. Hey, sucker. And then this guy, I guess I walk up to him and I grab him? Yeah, look at me, I'm learning how to play. No, grab. Oh, should I Wraith stun him first? Sounds like a wrestling move. No, I have to soften him up. Alright. Tell me the weakness. Forfeit your mind. Booth. Vulnerable to stealth finishers, vulnerable to ranged attacks, vulnerable to mounted beasts. Alright. Let's find that guy. Yeah. Let's go after Booth. Yeah, I mean, so first Sterling pointed out that in the UK, what makes something a religion is what, if enough people on the census call it thus. Isn't that why Jedi is a religion in the UK? Or is that just a urban legend that happened? I feel like that's a way better approach. Now, religion is a complicated thing to determine as part of an identity too, because it's not just spiritual, it's cultural. I'd argue it's more cultural than it is spiritual for a lot of people. Ah, so it is an urban legend, okay. That's a shame. What's up? Eat it. God, is there a more amusing thing in video games than ragdoll physics?
I must go back and rescue my friends. They've been worked so hard. Next time I'll get you.
What? I wanted arrows from that guy. Come here. Wraith stun you again? So it is really just... Okay, so I can't stun them. How about now? No? Okay. Whoa, yeah, fire sword. Cool. So that's the thing, I charge it and then I activate it when the little guy in the bottom is going. Cool, okay. Yeah, I guess. Let's continue onward. Let's go and do this quest. Fuck ladders. Let's just climb the whole thing in one jump. Oh yeah, give me your power. Just throwing orcs around. Oh, you poor little creature. I feel like this game, like, really, it excels in showing off, that classic Dungeons and Dragons trope of, if a creature is known universally to be evil, is it then infinitely acceptable to murder said creature? Assuming that I mean, evil and good being clear, obvious things in the world, like, is it ethically justifiable, morally justifiable just to, like, totally off people if you know they're evil.
Yes, you idiot! Don't you ever listen?
Like if a paladin can look at a person, I mean hell, imagine a paladin just looked at like a child, like a 2-year-old child. There we
If
go.
I have to search every crack of Mount Doom, I'll hunt you down.
You don't have to. You have to search anything. There's no crack involved, man. I'm right here. Oh, combo time. Oh, that got away from me. Oh well. I guess it just means more orcs to kill. Yeah, I mean, let's imagine you find a kid, and the kid is evil. Like a paladin can say straight up, "Yep, I full on detected evil, and this kid is evil. They are going to do bad things in their life." Why, under what system would you not, like, at least imprison that kid? Because it's like, we know, there's no question. And I guess you could be latently evil. Like, you could be chaotic evil and never do an evil thing. But, like, is that a risk that a society that has access to a moral compass like that would be able to accept? Like, is that a risk we would take? I don't remember. Yeah, suck. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna go get up and see his face.
I'm too smart for that.
Yeah, Minority Report, right? But I mean, I guess that's the thing: is evil is as evil does, or is it evil exists? I mean, these presuppose worlds in which there are more powerful entities than man that get to decide what evil is or isn't, and what is good. Lorm of the Choker. Can we learn the autoerotic asphyxiator? Yeah, run away, you suckers.
Don't like them rude. Creepy. You could just be in someone's eyes watching you whenever you go past them. Or someone living neither.
Yeah. I mean, in D&D, there's inherency in what a person is.
Everyone get him!
Yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah, look at all these jerks. So, I mean, in this world, because it's Tolkien, it's a lot grayer than Dungeons and Dragons, but it's not, I mean, it's still true. Like, there's no story, there's no Drizzt Do'Urden for orcs. You know, we know in Tolkien's world that orcs are villains, they're evil, they're servants of an obvious and clear enemy, and they're currently killing the shit out of me. I'm gonna run away from this fight, I think, when I get a chance. Was I supposed to do something there? Ah, dead!
Your measly scalp will be enough to get me promoted.
Alright, Ooga Kooga. It's funny because I think that alignment as a concept in Dungeons and Dragons, you know, it's such a universal truth that it comes up in every Dungeons and Dragons game that has ever been made, basically. Like, you end up talking about it constantly because alignment is a thing that affects character behavior, but also, like, in fiction, it wouldn't be worth discussing at all. It would just be like, never mind, we don't talk about it because I'm evil and you're not evil, and maybe you know it, maybe you don't, right? Maybe you go to a paladin and they detect whether you're evil or not when you're a kid. Like, could you imagine if you could detect evil on a fetus?
Not remember it.
Like, holy shit! Like, what a fucked up world that would be. When does alignment happen at conception? Oh god, it's grotesque, right? Like, just the concept is so startling. I can't even. Ugh. think about the ramifications that would have on reality. Like, just to know, to have a kid, and, you know, it'd be like genetic testing. It'd be like, well, your kid has a 85% chance of being, I don't know, having a genetic defect or something. But instead, oh yeah, your son will be born, there's an 86% chance that your son is going to be chaotic, and a 42% chance they're going to be evil. Like, that is... It's scary stuff. Ooh, all rock. But also, those are the kinds of things that we explore in fiction, right? That we want to posit, to say like, okay, well, what would this be like? What would it be like if the world were like this? And you know, the fantasy trappings help us with that.
Staff, forged of Mithril. They hold memories of the ancient past. The knowledge within may be fair or ill.
Yeah, I know. I saw him. All rock. All rock. No talk. Okay, climb. Climb the wall, friend. Oh, it's a fell black road. A black road of darkness. Is there a herb that I need around here? Game said? No? Okay. What's this thing? Shattered. Slay the orcs guarding them. Okay, let's do this quest. In my opinion, like, if we want to posit, like, I think that most societies are, I mean, by definition, society is lawful, for the most part. I think. That would be my thought on the matter. And that generally people are neutral, despite the fact that the civilizations they create aren't inherently that way.
Beg me for mercy.
To die instead.
Thank you.
Ooh. Strongholds. Sorry, I already have a quest.
Please rescue my friends before they're killed.
Well,
They don't know when to keep
I'm
quiet.
not really interested in that. I'm sorry. Your friends might just have to get killed. That may just be how it goes. I'm a PC, I do what I want. Alignment. It's a thing. I could talk about it forever, but ultimately, like, as a mechanic, it's just so frivolous and pointless. Like, it just... Most games don't do alignment very well. Like, you know, we included it in Dungeon World because... Oh, invulnerable to ranged. Should have known that. We included it in Dungeon World because it was something that we... you know, we wanted to have as part of the universe, and we wanted to reward players for behaving a certain way, but, ledge kill, cool. But in a fictional sense, it's very confusing to include in a game, because it's so far off from what we know of the way people behave, and the way philosophy and psychology and everything work. Really, like, it was designed to be a play aid for people, to say like, okay, this is how you could play your character. But then somehow got conflated into this whole other thing. Yeah, invisible arrows. How do I ledge orcs when none of them are standing?
You pathetic little all together!
Okay. Oh, there's just more orcs in a different area that I can ledge kill.
Keep away from his head!
Yeah, look at that chop. Oh, yeah, I'm running out of hit points here. I should get the shit out of here. Oh, no, am I gonna die again? Not today. I like that I can stab him straight through the chest, and it doesn't kill him. These orcs are tough. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's find some king's foil. Okay, game, I know what you want me to do here, but like, chill.
How many crowds would I have to kill to get promoted? Two with one
Okay.
axe swing?
Can I lure?
Reckon that'd be enough.
Yeah, I just killed the guy who's going to be Drisdordan. Come on,
You menfolk
come a
are
little
so
closer. Stop hitting that guy. Yeah. Come on. No? Alright. There's an orc over here I can get rid of.
Beg me for mercy.
Kill that guy in a second. Ow. So loud today. Alright, I guess I'm gonna have to... Oh, can I kill that guy with my jumping ability? I gotta look up how to do that. I'm not... I'm not doing it right. Okay. He's so loud. Griffin. Okay. Oh, I see. These are the guys I have to cut free. And let's try to lure this little jerk.
Find them.
I thought I heard something.